Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for November 8th, 2013. It's a Friday morning and we're getting ready for the weekend. And it's going to be a chilly weekend at that, with temperatures struggling in the 40s and 50s. Welcome to November. This morning, temperatures are basically ranging in the upper 30s to lower 40s over the northern interior and lower to mid 40s along the coast in the Philadelphia and New York City metros. Temperatures today aren't going to be rising all that much. Looking at lower to mid 50s along the coast, upper 40s to lower 50s over the interior. Slightly below normal, about 5 degrees below normal or so, with dry weather conditions. But notice those winds from the west and eventually from the northwest this afternoon at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour this afternoon. It's going to make temperatures feel like the lower to mid 40s. So it's rather chilly out there, and you could think this high pressure system setting up over the Ohio River Valley, driving polar air right into the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. That's why we have this strong pressure gradient right here supporting those winds. On the radar, it's pretty dry out there for the most part. Now, we do have some lake effect precipitation coming off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. None of that is really going to reach the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, but it does give you an idea of the type of cold air that is moving over the region, thus producing the lake enhanced and lake effect snow and rain showers. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see that cold front well off of the east coast. High pressure is in control. Here's another clipper that will move through the region on Sunday afternoon. No precipitation is expected with this disturbance, but it will keep temperatures nice and chilly. Now, let's take a look at the European model guidance, because everyone's talking about a big potential storm for next week. So let's just talk about that. First, we have to get through the forecast for this weekend. High pressure will be in control for this afternoon, for Saturday, and for most of Sunday. We'll have a clipper pass to the north, but I really don't expect much in the way of any type of impacts. Could be a passing rain or snow shower over portions of Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley, northern New Jersey or northeastern Pennsylvania, but nothing that will ruin any plans for any outdoor activities. About a 5 to 10 minute shower or flurry, and that's about it. Temperatures through this weekend will remain chilly though. We're looking at high temperatures generally in the upper 40s to lower 50s throughout much of the region, mid 50s right along the immediate coast, low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s over the interior, lower to mid 30s along the coast. Again, pretty much a cool, chilly fall weekend on the way with dry weather conditions. High pressure will remain in control for Monday with tranquil weather conditions and temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s for highs and mid to upper 30s for lows. Now here's where things get interesting. A strong cold front will move through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area on Tuesday with scattered showers, possibly even a few flurries mixed in. Temperatures are going to crash. We're looking at low temperatures on Tuesday morning in the mid to upper 30s. Doesn't sound too bad. High temperatures on Tuesday afternoon in the mid to upper 40s. Temperatures don't rise all that much, and temperatures are going to be well below normal. So with our high temperatures on Tuesday in the mid to upper 40s, we'll have scattered showers. It's going to be a rather raw day. It's also going to transport quite a bit of cold air into the coastal plain, and that's going to interact with the Atlantic Ocean. Now let's move forward. Because of that interaction, this disturbance right here dives towards the coast. It starts to intensify. Now, the question is whether this upper level low is able to cut off or not. Some model guidance kicks this disturbance out into the Atlantic because of this disturbance, and as a result, what you end up with is a more progressive solution, and the storm is further off the coast. So timing is going to be key, but that's pretty much the whole crux behind this storm development. Cold air rushes towards the coast. We see an interaction between that cold air and the warm Atlantic Ocean. You get a storm develop, and then the next question is whether this is able to develop as much as what the European guidance is showing, or if it gets kicked out into the Atlantic because of these disturbances over central Canada. If you take this model guidance verbatim, well, it's going to be awfully white around the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. I wouldn't buy into that just yet, and there's a reason why I am not putting out snow maps from the model guidance, because it just creates hysteria and a lot of panic. However, I will say this. This type of interaction is supportive for a coastal storm, a fast-moving coastal storm, because this is not a pattern that supports a slow-moving storm. This is a progressive pattern overall. With perfect timing, this scenario could take place and produce a fast-moving coastal storm that impacts the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area Wednesday night into Thursday afternoon. How fast does this storm move? By the time we get to Thursday evening, the storm is into the Gulf of Maine. We have clearing skies, and our temperatures are rather chilly, and we're all drying out. So we're going to have to watch the storm and see exactly how it evolves and whether or not it gets kicked out into the Atlantic faster than what the European model guidance is showing. A good second choice here is what's called the Canadian model guidance, which if you go up, let's see here, right here, Canadian model guidance. This solution is a little bit more progressive, okay? It basically kicks the storm further out into the Atlantic. You see how it does the same thing with the upper level low, but it just keeps it moving out into the Atlantic here. And so you end up with a bit more of a progressive weather pattern. So we're clearly having a potential for a storm development, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the air, and there's a lot to work out here before we start running out and start going to the store and buying supplies and getting all worked up about this storm. Something to keep an eye on. Regardless of storm development, it's going to get pretty chilly out there. We're talking about high temperatures in this time period in the lower to mid 40s for highs. Low temperatures in the mid to upper 20s over the interior, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. And that's why you're seeing some of the model guys projecting some snowfall with this potential storm. I think given the time of year and given the overall pattern in place, your best potential for seeing any type of snowfall with this storm would be the interior, especially for elevations above 1,500 feet. But as always with weather, you always have to keep your guard up and keep an eye on these storm developments. So that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.